Now on Channel 3 and streaming on WFSB+. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
And first up for you right now at 5 on this Monday night, get ready for the coldest air we've felt in quite some time. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 5. I'm Mark Zinni.
I got a chill just thinking about it. Hi, everyone. I'm Erin Connolly. Tomorrow is now a first alert weather day. Flurries are possible, but it'll feel like winter, and that obviously might come as a shock to the system. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Mark Dixon with all the details.
Yeah, you need the winter coat, the thicker coat, the gloves, maybe even a scarf, a hat tomorrow, given that the air that we're experiencing that's going to be arriving tomorrow, we've not really felt since April, so basically 7 months ago, and we've got wind that's going to make it feel even colder. But right now we're in that transition period where that chillier air is beginning to arrive as a cold front's making its way through southern New England. So we are tracking downpours basically east of 91, impacting travel up and down the 395 corridor, perhaps up toward the Mass Pike. West of 91, things much, much quieter. And look at this temperature spread by roughly 20 degrees, down to 35 already in Salisbury, but a pleasant 55 right now from the Groton, New London area. Hartford down to 50, also right now 50 New Haven. Those wind arrows out of the northwest indicating that chillier air will continue to overspread the state as we head through the next couple of hours as the rain winds down. So by, say, 8, 9 o'clock, we're drying out. And tomorrow we'll start off with some sunshine. And during the course of our Tuesday, clouds develop during the afternoon. And there you can see those specks of blue. We're not expecting any sort of accumulation, but some flurries certainly are possible. Those flakes could fly primarily across the northwestern hill towns. So your first alert to not be surprised if you see some of those tomorrow. So it's a first alert weather day for the arrival again of that coldest air in roughly 7 months. And that wind is going to make it feel even colder. Tomorrow morning, wind chill values between 15 and 25. And by tomorrow afternoon, we recover to between 25 and 35 degrees. Now, as we head toward the end of the week and over the upcoming weekend, the breeze sticks with us with temperatures running below average, but it's not going to be quite as intense as what we're forecasting for tomorrow. We'll have much more on that ahead in the first alert 7-day.
All right, well, Mark just said it. This will be the coldest air we have seen in a while, and that means plenty of furnaces will be fired up and working overtime.
Matt McFarland, your reporter covering New Haven County tonight. He is live in New Haven with some tips to make sure you and your home, your house, everything's got to be ready to go, right, Matt?
Absolutely, Mark and Erin. With that first blast of cold air, oftentimes it's a shock to the system, and with the temperature dropping, experts say now is the time to make sure your home heating system is ready to go for the season.
I'm pretty much prepared for it.
Leonard Branch says he's ready for winter, adding the heat at his new apartment works great.
The heat's included. It works. Might work a little too good. You know, so I'm kind of fortunate.
And heating companies say this is when you want to make sure your heat works as well.
Now's a good time to get your unit ready to go. Filters change, check your carbon monoxide detectors, make sure those are in working order for safety reasons. 15, 20 years is life expectancy on our equipment, so maybe now's the time to start thinking about replacement.
Christopher Paroli with Viglione Heating and Cooling in East Haven tells Eyewitness News they've been getting a lot of calls for those seasonal maintenance tune-ups.
Have us come out, take a look, check out the safeties on it. Safety is the most important thing. So we could go run through the system, make sure your safeties are in working order just in case something does fail.
And while the pros will make sure your furnace is running correctly, there are a few steps you can do this winter as well to lower your energy consumption and cut costs. According to United Illuminating, keeping your thermostat set to 65 during the day can reduce your heating by up to 15%. Install a programmable or Wi-Fi thermostat so you can lower the temperature when you're not home. Clean or replace your filters once a month to increase performance. Block drafts by rolling up a small rug or towel and place it across the bottom of your door to keep cold air from coming in. Set your water heater to 120 degrees and use high-efficiency LED light bulbs, which use 90% less energy. As for Christopher and his crew, they know winter will be here before you know it.
We're getting busy, and within a few weeks, once that cold temperature comes, it's going to be cranking. You could go a day or two without heat, but once you get into that cold weather, you know, a day or two without heat is a problem.
Two other tips: you want to make sure that your gutters are cleaned and cleared. That can prevent those ice jams that form later on in the winter. And then also, you're going to want to disconnect your hoses to those outside faucets and turn the water off from the inside so you're not dealing with the potential for frozen pipes. Your reporter live in New Haven, Matt McFarland, Channel 3. Eyewitness News.
Some breaking news we're following for you right now at 5. We're getting our first look at the arrest of Carla Garcia and her sister Jacqueline Garcia for the murder and abuse of 11-year-old Jacqueline Torres Garcia, Carla's daughter.
And your chief investigative reporter Sam Smink is live with us in the studio with the video that just came in 30 minutes ago, Sam.
Yeah, we combed through all of that just 30 minutes ago. New Britain police have given us body camera video we requested from October 13th, the day of Carla and Jacqueline's arrest. They arrested the two at their home in New Britain. In the body camera, you see Carla Garcia answer the door. Detectives ask where her sister is, and then Carla is immediately put in handcuffs. She says nothing to police the entire time. Jacqueline is a different story. She questions why police are doing this.
How you doing, Jacqueline?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, wait. Same picture.
It's me, yeah. Turn around.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
For what? Hard.
We'll explain to you. We'll explain that
Can
in
you
a
grab
second.
my phone?
Yeah, we can grab your phone for you.
It's in the room.
Here?
No, not that one.
I appreciate you being cooperative, okay?
I'm just wondering.
There were several videos, and we're still going through them. We know just days before this arrest, Carla Garcia was taken into custody the night police found Jacqueline's remains. That's October 8th. We have that body camera and are currently going through it to show you at 6. Your chief investigative reporter, Sam Smink, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
Sam, thank you. Some breaking news on the highway in Meriden during rush hour this evening. Take a look at what this looks like on I-691 westbound. A real mess out there. You can see quite a backup. The DOT saying there's a crash that has closed the right lane. That is causing the backed up traffic between exits 3 and 5. If you do need to head on the highway right now, you would be best to find an alternate route.
Some more breaking news right now in Meriden, where a 12-year-old boy was hit by a car just before 4 this afternoon. Pinpoint News Tracker here showing you where it happened in the area of East Main and Pratt Streets. That's right downtown near the Green and the Library. Police say the boy was running across the street trying to get out of the rain when he was hit. The driver did stay at the scene. The boy is being treated for a leg injury.
New details about a pedestrian crash in Waterbury today. The victim has died. Police say 55-year-old Raul Natal Jr. was hit around 6 o'clock this morning near the intersection of Highland Avenue and West Main Street. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Police say the driver involved stayed on the scene and is cooperating with the investigation.
Well, right now, the end could be near for the longest government shutdown in American history. Senators work to finalize a spending bill today after 7 Democrats and 1 independent voted with Republicans late last night in a breakthrough deal to end the stalemate. The agreement funds the government through January 30th, reverses shutdown-related layoffs, and guarantees back pay to all federal workers. It also includes 3 longer appropriations bills with funding for SNAP benefits.
My urgent plea of all my colleagues in the House, and that means every Democrat in the House, is to think carefully, pray, and finally do the right thing.
So I cannot support the Republican bill that's on the floor because it fails to do anything of substance to fix America's health care crisis.
The deal does not include an extension of affordable care tax credits, a key demand from Democrats during the shutdown, only the promise now of a vote in December. The FAA is scaling back flights as air traffic controllers and TSA workers go on about 6 weeks now without pay. Travelers at Bradley not directly impacted, but of course many still feeling the overall impact from across the country. At last check, a number of flights in and out of the airport are delayed. A few have been canceled. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association president said they're just trying to survive.
When the most disciplined safety workforce in America is forced to think about survival instead of public safety, this is the cost.
Now, some advice from experts tonight. If you're flying out today or in the next few days, download your airline app and, of course, keep an eye on it closely. Make sure you're monitoring for any delays or cancellations on your first flight and also your connection.
Well, Channel 3 is your home for the UConn Huskies, and UConn men's basketball coming off a dominating win over UMass Lowell on Friday. Tonight, Dan Hurley's number 4 ranked team in the country is in action in Stores hosting Columbia. That's where we find your sports reporter Mark Robbins getting ready for tip-off. Hi, Mark.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm ready. Team now warming up to get ready. Students over here, am I right, are getting ready as well. Now, UConn's a very big favorite tonight against Columbia, and that is a large part because of the great talent that UConn has. But talent doesn't always win a basketball game or any sport for that matter. And Coach Hurley would tell you that. And he would also tell you that nowadays, the youth, the young kids of our country also have to do a better job of communicating and holding each other accountable, no matter what team, company, or community you're part of.
Young people, they just like telling each other, yo, you're good, you're good. That's like the number one thing I hear them say to each other. And sometimes, yeah, that's a really good thing to say about 80% of the time, but 20% of the time you need to be able to get on each other and hold each other accountable and hold each other to a standard. You know, the best thing a friend could do for a friend is tell them the truth and be honest with them. Like when they're not playing the right way or when they're not playing hard enough and when they're not playing up to the UConn standard, like the best thing a friend could do for a friend is tell the truth.
Yeah, wise words from Dan Hurley, and it's not just, of course, about basketball or athletics. Huskies are warming up. Columbia's 1-0 after its win on Friday on the road at the University of New Haven, so there's a common opponent. Both teams with a victory over UNH, and of course, the tip-off here at 6:30 tonight here at Gamble Pavilion. Live in stores, Mark Robbins, Channel 3, Eyewitness Sports.
Mark, thank you. And you can tune into our UConn men's basketball pregame. It starts at 6 o'clock, half an hour before tip on the Wax. You can also stream it on WFSB Plus. Just search for WFSB Plus on your streaming device. Sports Director Joe Zone and myself will get you ready for when UConn takes on Columbia. Now, as for the UConn women's basketball team, the defending national champs celebrated banner night yesterday with a blowout win against Florida State. The team raised its record 12th banner into the rafters of Gamble Pavilion. After the special moment, though, it was back to business for the Huskies. UConn would go on to win 99-67. AZ Fudd and Sarah Strong continue to lead the way, scoring 23 and 21 respectively. The #1 ranked Huskies are back in action Wednesday night when they host Loyola Chicago in Stores. That pregame show at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 3 and the Wax.
There is still a lot more ahead for you on this Monday night. After another breakdown by the New York Giants this weekend, the team makes a decision on the head coach.
Also, could the future of home buying be 50-year mortgages? 50. Some people are already thinking about it. The pros and cons when we come back.
And planning on doing some holiday shopping, maybe here at the Crystal Mall. Could those plans be impacted by the mall after the sale to Electric Boat when we come back?
All right, winds of change across Connecticut, moving to the northwest, already beginning to filter some chillier air in our direction. The wind gets stronger, the air gets colder. Just how bad the combination gets before some recovery. We've got the latest on tomorrow's first alert weather day ahead when Eyewitness News at 5 continues.
At Stop and Shop.
Well, tonight, we're still waiting to learn more about how a woman died in Bristol. Police say the 69-year-old died last night. She was found pinned under a car in her driveway on Rockwell Avenue. It's still not clear exactly what happened, but there does not appear to be any criminal aspect of the investigation. That's according to police. Police have not identified her yet either. When we learn more, we will pass along the information. Tonight, we're learning how the lead guitarist for the rock band Kiss died. Apparently, Ace Frehley fell and suffered a fractured skull, brain bleed, and stroke. According to several reports, he was put on life support but died October 16th. The death was ruled an accident. He's the first original member of Kiss to die and played guitar with the band from 1973 to 1982.
The New York Giants are firing head coach Brian Daboll. This comes in the wake of another fourth-quarter collapse, blowing a 10-point lead to the Chicago Bears yesterday. Midway through his fourth season with the team, Daboll has led the Giants to a 20-40-1 regular season record. That includes the 2-8 record this season. His tenure in New York actually started well, winning NFL Coach of the Year in 2022, leading the Giants to the playoffs. For now, New York will turn to offensive coordinator Mike Kafka to lead the way for the final 7 games. And Rob Gronkowski coming out of retirement for just a day. The legendary tight end will sign a 1-day contract with the New England Patriots, allowing him to officially retire with the franchise that helped him win 3 of his 4 Super Bowls. Gronk was a 4-time first-team All-Pro. He stepped away from football in 2019, but just a year later, he came out of retirement to join forces with Tom Brady on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Patriots announced Gronk will sign his deal this Wednesday.
Just turning 5:17 right now, and everybody getting ready for some cold air.
Yeah, it's coming. We've been giving you the first alert to this since last week. Coldest air in many, many months. So it is certainly our next big thing here across Connecticut. Coldest air in 7 months. The wind tomorrow could gust up to, if not over 30 miles an hour. And that cold air will be feeling even chillier when you factor in that wind. And the last time the high temperature for the Hartford area was below 50 was back on May 22nd. The last time it was below 45 was on April 12th. So nearly 7 months ago to the day. And on that particular day, the high temperature was 38. So, and again, the wind tomorrow is going to make that chilly air mass feel even colder. Looking live from Waterbury right now, certainly wet out there over the Brass City. 41, the temperature dropping on that northwesterly wind. Some chillier air is beginning to arrive. And from Mystic, looking over the Basque Bridge here, you can see the raindrops on the camera lens. And a check of First Alert Live radar, some of these showers and downpours that have been moving along the southeastern shoreline are lifting northward. So certainly now along and east of 395 near the Rhode Island border, Plainfield, Griswold, Voluntown, a little bit farther west as well, Andover, Hebron, some rain coming down at a pretty good clip. As we take into the quiet corner of northeast Connecticut, up 84, up say Tolland into Wellington, up to the Mass border, some downpours extending southward through Storrs and Andover. So they're lifting to the north and northeast. But on the statewide perspective, things a bit quieter, a little bit drier west of 91, especially as you get closer to the New York border. The wind, we've been watching it switch direction this afternoon as this front has been moving in and through southern New England. So those wind arrows up out of the northwest, winds sustained between 5 and 15 miles an hour, sending that cooler air into Connecticut. So inland, we're already hitting the 30s in some spots. That will continue to be the case as we head through the next couple of hours. It will take the shoreline until say 9, 10 o'clock tonight to go from the 40s into the 30s. But by then, we're also drying out. There is some snow associated with this system, but it's off to our northwest where the air is already cold enough to support that. So tomorrow, couple flurries, especially across western northwest Connecticut, but no meaningful, impactful, measurable snow for us. But your first alert to see some of those flakes fly, the first ones of the season across the northwestern hills. And again, off to our west, we've got right at freezing Albany and Scranton, down to 27 right now in Buffalo. That's the colder air that's going to be heading in our direction. So as these downpours wrap up, our sky clears, temperatures continue their downward progression. We bottom out in the mid and upper 20s inland, at or below freezing along the 95 corridor. That again is a look at the actual air temperature. Tomorrow, that wind ramping up, peaking during the afternoon, then decreasing as we head into tomorrow evening. Again, those gusts could get up to, if not over 30 miles an hour. So the sustained winds tomorrow morning creating wind chill values between 15 and 25 degrees. This is why we're first alerting tomorrow and why you will need to have that that winter coat, those extra layers by the afternoon. Say here's noon, up to say 20 to 30, and then between 25 and 35 by the evening commute as that wind begins to relax a bit. Again, high temperatures tomorrow, 35 to near 40 inland, between 40 and 45 along the shoreline, about 12 degrees below average for this time of year. So not record cold, it's just the role the wind will play, making that cold air again feel chillier. So tomorrow afternoon, some of those blues, those lake-enhanced snow flurries could reach the northwestern hill towns. Otherwise, after a bright start, forecasting a partly to mostly cloudy sky tomorrow afternoon. So a check of our first alert 7-day forecast. Breezy on Wednesday, dry, partly to mostly cloudy, still breezy on Thursday, and isolated showers possible, temperatures close to 50. Friday, partly to mostly sunny, upper 40s and breezy. That breeze remains. It's not going to be as intense as tomorrow as we head through the end of the week. Still breezy on Saturday for UConn's home game, mostly sunny, highs in the mid-40s. Will feel cooler again with that breeze, and then some showers are possible Sunday, back near 50 by Monday of next week.
Mark, thank you very much. Still to come tonight on the news at 5. If you're in the market to buy a home, how does a 50-year mortgage sound? Well, the idea is floating around. The positives and negatives are next.
Also minutes away, electric boat soon taking over the Crystal Mall. But how soon? And will it impact your holiday shopping in southeastern Connecticut?
And before we head to break, let's take a live look from the Hartford City skyline on your Monday evening. You are watching Eyewitness News at 5, and we'll be right back.
I'm Caitlin Francis with this day in Connecticut history. The Connecticut General Assembly established the state's first school to train teachers on November 10th, 1849. During that time, those schools were called normal schools. It was later renamed the Teachers College of Connecticut, then Central Connecticut State College, and now we know it as Central Connecticut State University.
Some big changes could be on the way for Americans struggling to afford a home.
Yeah, in a recent social media post, the president floated the idea of a 50-year mortgage. He shared the idea with an image of him next to one of former President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose administration led to the establishment of the 30-year mortgage standard. Home ownership, of course, has become very expensive. The average age for a first-time home buyer now is up to 40 years old. Financial experts say the pros include lower monthly payments, but the cons are paying much more interest over time, which means it will take longer to build up equity.
Not a lot of credit unions or banks offer it, but if the White House were to endorse this product, you'd likely see a lot more availability. I think the critics say, hey, you would die before you would actually own your home. The proponents say, well, that's better than never getting the chance.
Now, a recent analysis from the real estate company Redfin found the typical U.S. home buyer spends 39% of their income on housing, while 30% is generally considered sustainable.
Eyewitness News at 5:30 is coming up in just a few minutes, and we are talking turbulent skies.
People trying to navigate flying. We will hear from travelers still actually trying to get home following Hurricane Melissa.
All right, as rain wraps up, colder air continues to arrive from west to east, and by early tomorrow morning, you're going to step out the door to temperatures in the mid and upper 20s. The chilliest air will be across the northwestern hills. Again, the wind is going to make it feel more like the teens, mid and upper 20s and around the greater Hartford area, and also mid and upper 20s throughout the quiet corner of northeastern Connecticut. Along the shoreline, relatively milder, but still at or below freezing, upper 20s and low 30s right along the 95 corridor. So plan accordingly. Checklist for tomorrow morning. You'll need the sunglasses as it will be a bright start to the day. Otherwise, the winter coat, the gloves certainly will be necessary. We'll have much more on some swings in temperature and upcoming chances for precip ahead in the first forecast on Eyewitness News at 5:30.
We're powering breakthroughs with the greatest of care.
All right, well, the holidays are fast approaching, everybody. Despite electric boats' recent acquisition of the Crystal Mall, businesses, we're told, will stay open into the new year.
In a memo late last week, General Dynamics said the mall will remain